You are currently losing a competition you never signed up for. Right now, even while watching this, your brain is quietly measuring you against your colleagues, against your friends, against a stranger's Instagram story you scrolled past at 11 p.m. You didn't ask it to do that. You can't turn it off. And here's the thing most people don't realize. It's not a flaw. It's a feature. And understanding why changes everything. Welcome back. Or if you're new here, I talk about the psychology of why you do the things you do, and more importantly, how to actually use that knowledge. Today, we're going deep on social comparison, specifically the neuroscience of why your brain is hardwired to rank you against other people, and what that's actually doing to you without your permission. Here's what's wild. Scientists have actually found the exact moment social comparison happens in your brain. There's a specific region that lights up, not when you feel bad about yourself, but the second you receive any information about another person. Any information, not just threatening stuff, just knowing something about someone else. We'll get to exactly what that region is and what it means for you, but first, let me show you how deep this actually goes. So, let's go back about 200,000 years. You're not watching YouTube, you're in a tribe of about 150 people. And in that tribe, your status, your rank relative to everyone else, quite literally determines whether you eat, whether you mate, whether you survive. Knowing where you stood wasn't vanity, it was survival data. The brain that constantly monitored, am I above or below this person, was the brain that made better decisions faster. So, evolution baked it in, deep. Leon Festinger, social psychologist, 1954, called it social comparison theory. The idea that we evaluate our own opinions and abilities by measuring them against other people, not against some objective standard, against each other. That's the default. And the kicker, we don't compare upwards and downwards equally. We're obsessed with upward comparison, people who have more, do more, are more, because that's the relevant threat data. What does this person have that I don't? Should I be worried? Okay, so remember that brain region I mentioned, the one that fires the instant you get information about another person? That's the ventral striatum. It's part of your brain's reward system, the same circuitry that activates for food, sex, money. And a fascinating set of studies found that when you learn someone else did worse than you, say on a test, your ventral striatum lights up. That's a reward signal. Your brain treats someone else's failure as a small win for you. Now, before you feel bad about that, everyone does this. It's called Schadenfreude, and it's so universal there's a German word for it that we all just borrowed. Your brain isn't cruel, it's just keeping score. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. That same comparison engine, when it runs constantly, when it's fed a fire hose of curated content designed to trigger it, starts doing something very specific to your brain chemistry. It changes the baseline. And I'll show you exactly what I mean by that in a second, but I first want you to understand why this matters more now than it did even 10 years ago. The baseline I mentioned, it's your reference point, the mental average of what normal looks like. For most of human history, your reference group was 150 people, your village, and that village had a pretty accurate spread. Some people doing better than you, some worse, most about the same. Now your reference group is global. It's algorithmically sorted to show you the best performing 0.1% of the richest, most attractive, most successful, most photogenic versions of millions of people every day. Your brain can't tell the difference, it just updates the average. And suddenly, your life, your totally normal, actually quite decent life, starts to register as failure. This is measurable. Studies consistently link heavy social media use to increased depression and anxiety. Not because social media is evil, because you are feeding a 200,000-year-old comparison machine content it was never built to process. So here's the part where I'm not going to tell you to just stop comparing yourself to others, because you can't. That's the whole point. It's not a habit, it's not a mindset, it's not something you can affirmation your way out of. It's a hardwired neural process. What you can do, and this is actually backed by research, is redirect it. Comparison is a tool. The problem isn't the tool, it's the target. When you compare yourself upward to someone who seems impossibly ahead of you, someone you don't know, whose full picture you can't see, you get threat data with no actionable output. Your brain registers danger but has no response available. That's anxiety. But when you compare yourself to a slightly better version of someone in your actual context, someone one step ahead on a path you're already walking, that triggers something completely different. Inspiration, a specific, achievable pull. Your brain gets the same reward signal with a productive output attached. And there's one comparison that research consistently shows is the most effective of all. The one that gets you the reward signal with zero threat response. Comparing yourself to who you were yesterday. I know you've heard that before, but here's the neuroscience of why it actually works. When you make temporal self-comparison, past you versus present you engage the medial prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for self-concept, and crucially, you define the reference group yourself. You control the data. No algorithm can distort it. Studies on this show reduced anxiety, increased intrinsic motivation, and this is the part I find genuinely wild. Better actual performance, not just feeling better, performing better. Your brain still gets to compare, it just stops losing. So, to recap, your brain compares you to others because survival used to depend on it. Social media has hacked that system. You can't turn it off, but you can point it somewhere useful. The next time you catch yourself spiraling after someone's highlight reel, don't fight the instinct, redirect it. Where were you 90 days ago? That's your competition. If this hit differently than you expected, subscribe. I put out one video a week on the actual science of how your brain works and how to stop being at its mercy. Watch that next.